Well, hello everyone. My name's Andy Campbell and welcome to the conclusion and exciting moments for the Astrophotography Prize for this year. Before we can get on with the exciting announcement, we'd just like to acknowledge all of the sponsors who brought this event together and made it happen. So the Northeast Astro Imaging Conference, I beg your pardon, NEAC. Thank you, NEAC. Stellarvue, who came on board with the major prize of a fantastic SVX 102 telescope for the overall winner. We'd like to acknowledge our major category sponsors, Sidereal and CFF Telescopes, Deep Sky West, QSI, Chroma, Astrography, and Astrobin. Thank you, team. Without your support, this couldn't have been possible. And of course, without our international team of judges, this was an extraordinary event to put together, and we'd like to thank for their extraordinary amount of time. From the USA, Lloyd Smith, Bray Falls, Rogelio Bernal Andreo, and Alison Carlino. From Europe, Wolfgang Promper, Jean-Luc Deverne, and Marcel Dreschler. From Asia, we had Christopher Go and Marco Lorenzi. And of course, broadcasting from Australia, we had Dr. Tanya Hill, Mike Sidonio, Anthony Wesley, Peter Eastway, Ari Rex, and David Glazebrook. I'd like to thank you all for your very generous time and efforts with scoring and debating and looking at these amazing images. You guys deserve a huge round of applause. Thank you very much. We've got a quick slideshow of the category winners, and I'll present that for you now. All right, so this is the first year we've run the Astrophotography Prize as an international event, and we were very pleased to announce the winners of each category being Kevin Che from New Zealand, who won Astro Landscape, Phil Hart from Australia, who won the Solar System category, Jan Santi from France, who won the Deep Space category. And from the United States, we announced Julian Shapiro, who won the Remote Imaging category. Of special note for Julian, congratulations. Julian is only 16, so an astounding result there, Julian. Well done. We welcome Vic Maris from Stellarvue Telescopes. Vic has been kind enough to donate the major prize for the overall winner. Vic, what's the winner going to win?
The winner is going to win our most popular imaging telescope. It's become our most popular telescope, the Stellarvue SVX 102T. It'll come with our dedicated field flattener for astrophotography. It's become a very popular telescope because there's so many telescopes hitting the market right now that are super cheap and very pretty looking. But these customers get these scopes, they're not always getting what they're hoping for, and so they end up coming right to us. And so people are accusing me of being in cahoots with some of these other companies. But the fact of the matter is, it's doubled, almost tripled our sales of this particular telescope. And we've been able to keep up. These are all hand figured in the United States here. So the telescope is the 102T, our most popular wide field imaging scope. And is it time to announce the winner?
Well, the next image for the winner is of this incredible telescope.
And the winner is Phil Hart.
Phil Hart from Australia.
Incredible image of the solar eclipse.
That we absolutely loved. And we welcome Phil Hart from Australia. Hey, Phil, how you doing?
Good morning, Andy.
Good morning to you, sir. Phil, this is Vic Maris from Stellarvue Telescopes.
Vic, hello, nice to meet you.
This is Phil Hart from Australia. Phil won the Solar System category of the Astrophotography Prize. Vic, would you like to tell Phil a little bit more information about something else that's just happened?
Oh, I see. Well, Phil, you just won the contest for the Stellarvue 102T and field flattener.
Thanks very much, Vic. Thanks.
Congratulations,
Andy,
Phil.
that is amazing news for a Wednesday morning.
Phil, could you tell us a little bit behind the story of the image that you created here?
It is in many ways ridiculous what went into this and the risks that were taken. So I really appreciate, competitions like this and just the exposure and the opportunity to get the story out there. It's not much good if these kind of adventures and expeditions just live on your hard drive at home. So, really appreciate the opportunity and the commentary from the judges along the way as well. If in talking about this image, this is 25 years or more of chasing lunar eclipses and then solar eclipses and learning along the way, and each time trying to challenge yourself, I guess, to take what you learned and what you did one time and take it to the next level the next time. And certainly with the solar eclipses, that's what I've been doing off the back of 2017 in the US. When I was processing that, you just realized how much it was all about data and photons, and that when you wanted to tease out the details in the corona, you just needed data and lots of it. And so, 2023 in Exmouth was on the horizon, and thinking about what was possible. Even though it was a short 50-second eclipse, the opportunity was there to take lots of gear, and people would be familiar, hopefully, with the Dragonfly sort of telescope concept as a way of just getting lots and lots of data. And in some ways, that's what I've done with the solar eclipse. Just take multiple telescopes, be able to dedicate telescopes and cameras and focal lengths to particular exposures and smash out lots of them. And in particular, apply 6-inch telescopes with 8K cameras to capture thousands of frames, even in a 50-second eclipse. So you're getting an order of magnitude or two more data than what I've previously tackled or previously attempted with scripted control of one primary camera, but half-second or 1-second delay between every time you're changing shutter speed. And so it all amounts to a lot of data, a lot of resolution, effectively taking some of the planetary imaging kind of approach. Just with so many frames, you're starting to kind of get that lucky imaging effect of and just enhancing the best detail. So that fundamentally was the premise behind the capture and the gear that I took over there. And then there's just a ridiculous number of hours gone into processing and iterations and trying one approach, not being happy with it, going back, trying another one, getting some inspiration from somewhere else, and persevering until finding a way forward to that image that you see.
Congratulations, Phil. I believe you used 4 different telescopes. Is that right, when you shot that? 8 cameras?
4. So the high resolution imagery, or that sort of composite eclipse image, 4 telescopes, 4 cameras. There was a tele lens as well, but there's not really any data from that in that version of the image, plus some other, plus several other remote cameras doing time lapse or composites as well, but primarily on location. 4 telescopes. Just next level in terms of the amount of gear that somebody would take to an eclipse. I don't, to my knowledge, I don't know of anybody that's taken that kind of amount of gear to a total solar eclipse before.
Fantastic, Phil. So I believe that was the highest resolution white light image ever taken of a solar eclipse. Is that correct?
Look, that's my understanding. Obviously, there are some other people who have done some pretty impressive stuff as well, but I still think it. I still, believe that claim to be true even after the eclipse in the US this year. Obviously, they had a lot of cloud to deal with, so there might have been some people with bigger plans that struggled under the conditions. But I think it is pretty hot, pretty amazing resolution, and it's it's a significant step up from what I'd managed previously. And it's very rewarding having the data to look at, and just a long process of trying to tease it out and represent it in a way that was both sort of aesthetically pleasing as well as showing the resolution that was inherent in the data.
Well, congratulations again, Phil. You beat out some serious competition worldwide there for that, and we just really want to thank and acknowledge Vic Maris from Stellarvue for coming on board with the competition early in the piece and for donating this fabulous prize. What are the details of the telescope there, Vic, that Phil's got? It's not just the telescope. I believe there's a few accessories there as well. Is that right?
Yeah, it's a 4-inch apochromat, hand figured in our shop to a very high Strill ratio. It has with it an upgraded 3-inch feather touch focuser, and it has the SFFX3, excuse me, 1 field flattener, photographic field flattener. So yeah, I mean, it's ready to go. Oh, and it's got an SKB case, which is a travel case with holders for there's actually a field flattener and a focal reducer field flattener, which fits into this SKB travel case. And that'll all be shipped to you at no charge. Great job on that eclipse. I can only imagine the amount of time you took processing that. That is a truly magnificent picture. I've never seen an eclipse picture anything close to that.
One of our judges, when they were judging the competition category, they said it was like trying to choose their favorite child.
Exactly.
So it's very much the way that it is. And I believe, Vic, that you've got an interest in the Antipodes, and you'd like to help us out a little bit. The images in Australia and New Zealand with the Stellarvue.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends from down under. Many people have Stellarvue telescopes. They want a premium hand-figured refractor. And so we have a new program that I'm starting and I'm announcing right now. If you're interested in getting a Stellarvue telescope, we understand it is expensive to ship it around the world. Call us. We're going to help you with that.
It's amazing. There you go, folks. You heard it from the man himself, Vic Maris.
And especially if you are involved in outreach and education. That's another thing that we really feel strongly about. And we do large discounts for people that are involved in that, education, schools, that type of thing. So we want to help there too. But yeah, just give us a call and we'll have a conversation.
Thanks so much, Vic. And I personally endorse Stellarvue telescopes. I've got a little one myself, an SV70T. I was lucky enough to pick up 3 apods with it, including taking it out of the box for the first time on the way to a star party and taking an image, and the guys at Apod liked it, so it was very exciting. So once again, congratulations, Phil. Top job, amazing. What can I say? It's a brilliant image, and a pat on the back for all that amazing hard work, and you got yourself a fancy new telescope.
Thanks very much, Andy. Thanks, Vic. I appreciate the work that goes into running the competitions and the support from the sponsors. That it doesn't fly without them. But yeah, I really appreciate the recognition and the chance to get some more publicity and more eyeballs on the images after all the work that's gone into it. So I really appreciate that as a result.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Phil. And thanks again, Vic. Really appreciate you coming on board, and we look forward to a long and a happy association with the Astrophotography Prize.
Nice. Yeah.
Very good. Thanks so much, everybody. That concludes our announcement this morning of the Astrophotography Prize Grand Prize winner and Photographer of the Year. That's Phil Hart from Australia. This is Andy Campbell. Thanks so much. Signing off. Take it easy.